You're listening to The Money Hour with your host, Tina Mitchell, on Alternative Talk, AM 1150. Now, back to the show with local mortgage and finance expert, Tina Mitchell.
Well, welcome back to the Money Hour with your host and mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell, right here on 1150 AM KKNW, the Saturday, July 22nd show, bringing in expert advice and inside knowledge on today's events in our local economy and how it can affect your money. If you're hearing my show at a different time or day, you are listening to a rebroadcast. You can call the show at 1-855-400-1150 or go online at themoneyhour.com to discuss anything regarding your money, talk with my guest or future guests like you like to have on the show. And right now, in studio, Karen Koenig with Edward Jones. Are you ready to be an entrepreneur? Fun conversation with Karen. Karen, thank you so much for coming into studio and joining me.
Thank you, Tina.
And a little bit about Karen. Karen strives to serve clients in an unbiased fashion with her support of a strong team of home office professionals. She focuses on helping a select group of entrepreneurs and families develop and implement comprehensive financial strategies. Karen received her undergraduate degree and her MBA in supply chain leadership. She holds her life, accident, and health insurance agent license, Series 7 and 66 registrations. Karen, thank you again for coming in studio. And first question I have is, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm going to just tell a short, brief history. My first career was in the military and civil service, and basically that's a government job, male-dominated field. Mm-hmm. You start with a base pay and or you start according to your rank, and you just get step increases based on your rank as you go through the military. The number one thing is 401k. You know, I didn't know what to do. Nobody told me. They say, yep, you've got this thrift savings plan over here. You can put money into it. So in the 2008 crash, I lost 50% of my portfolio because I was in 90% C fund, which is stock, and then 10% in lower, investments. So again, didn't know a lot about saving or investing. Then I branched out into the corporate field after I retired, and I was a project manager at Boeing. And again, another male-dominated field. I came into the industry straight as a manager. Boeing likes people to come in and work their way up the ladder, and I was hired in straight as a manager, like I said. Again, base pay, 2 to 3% raises per year. Again, you have a 401k. They call it the VIP. Again, don't know how to invest. What should I do? They have about 15 areas that you can put your money into. Nobody told me what to do. I think I made a little bit of money, but I'm not sure. Then I transitioned into my financial business as a financial advisor. And the real reason why I wanted to do that is because there's no income limit. So as much as work that I put in is what I'm going to get paid. And again, even though it's a male-dominated industry, there's still only about 16% female financial advisors. I just feel like my eyes were opened after I took this Series 7 and 66, and I kind of understood the keys to investing, and this big light bulb went on, and I found that it's really important to have a plan.
Yeah, and I just have to say, Karen, it's really great to see somebody that's gone through life experiences and actually been able to use that tragedy, if you want to call it that, and to bring it into their business and really make a difference. So I wanted to give you a shout out for that. So let's talk about why you decided to hang your license with Edward Jones.
Well, Edward Jones has been in business since 1922, and we're the largest limited partnership in the world. And what does that mean? That means that the financial advisors and the associates that work back in home office, we actually own the company. So you can't buy us on the New York Stock Exchange, and we are, again, we own the business. They put money back into training us. They pay for the Series 7. They pay for the 66. They really put a whole lot of money into their training programs. And then the fact that you have the advantage of working with a financial advisor who takes the time to get to know you. And that's kind of what sets us apart from the other financial companies is we actually sit down, we get to know you, we ask what your goals are. And we think that you should be able to go to your local advisor. So we have 15,000 offices across the country and Canada. And a lot of people say, wow, I see Edward Jones offices everywhere. But we feel that you should be able to go to your local advisor. If you live in Mukilteo, you should be able to go to Mukilteo and have your advisor be there.
And I know you're on a journey writing a book. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so it's called Woman on Top, and it's how to win in a man's world in a woman's way. And that's kind of why I told my history of my work relations. And for most women, speaking out and expressing their individuality in such male-dominated fields is a recipe for disaster, or it can be. But in my case, it was a recipe for success. And as I said, I own and operate my own financial advisory business, and my mission is really simple, Tina. It's to empower women with the right systems and tools and know-how so they can gain the financial and time freedom to spend on what matters most, their family, their friends, leisure, and contributions to the economy. So if you want to learn more about the steps to building wealth for your business, I'd like you to go out to www.womanontop.biz and book a 15-minute call with me. And it's a $250 value, which you'll get for absolutely free. And then I'll add you to my book launch team.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Karen, for sharing that. And what about your path of becoming a self-made success?
Well, I understood what my key desires and wants were. So working through the military, working through Boeing, I figured out I didn't want to be in that corporate environment. I wanted to do something that had an unlimited income potential, and I didn't want to have a manager that was telling me what my bonuses and raises were going to be. I also understood my fears, my beliefs, and my mindset. And then from that, I developed a system to help educate business owners on how to work with money and build their wealth. Then what I personally do is I sit down and I reverse engineer the action steps for people to get from point A to B. So whatever their goals are, we talk about that. Then I help them build the right system and process with a team of people to get where they want to be. And the benefits of doing it this way is they learn how to earn more money, they learn how to save more money, and then they gain more time and freedom.
So, Karen, for anyone that's listening to my show that is a business owner or is going into the idea of being an entrepreneur, what should they be thinking about?
Okay, so the biggest thing they should be thinking about is they need to prepare themselves financially. So for one thing, as an entrepreneur, you're going to pay more taxes. So as a self-employed individual, you have to pay basically 2 times the amount in Social Security and Medicare taxes because you have to cover the portion that normally the employer would cover. And then you have to take complete control of your retirement savings. And several retirement plans are available for self-employed people. And a lot of the self-employed entrepreneurs don't take advantage of this. And it's critical for your business because you get tax-deferred growth and tax-deductible contributions out of that. So you can do things like an owner-only 401k, a SEP IRA, a simple IRA, or a solo defined benefit plan. And last, if your income varies due to the type of business that you're in, you're going to want to build an emergency fund for those unanticipated expenses, and then make sure that you keep those in a low risk and liquid type of account.
So, Karen, through your journey and the experiences that you've had, I'm sure there's been time you have wasted money, had stress, and there probably could have been a better way to get to where you've gotten now. What would be one thing that you would change that you could share with someone listening that is getting ready to go on the same journey and might want to take some shortcuts?
Okay, so I wish I would have known then what I know now.
So we say that, yes. But it's nice to be able to share it, right?
Right, and the top things are you want to start early. So even if you don't start early, it's not too late. That's what I tell people when they come in and they're embarrassed because they're in their 40s and they haven't done anything. The next thing is, you've heard this, pay yourself first. And what I mean by that is put 5 to 10% away for retirement, because you really are paying yourself for down the road once you're done with your business. And then you need to understand your risk tolerance. You need to understand how you want your money invested and why it's invested the way it is. And then you need to seek advice. I just think it's critical to have an advisor.
Yes. So, and I believe that too. That's what the show is all about. And, you know, the reason, my why behind bringing the show is to bring experts in all areas of finances, because you need to have that expert advice and expertise to make sure that you're getting the best out of your money so that you can have a financial great future for your family. Right. So, Karen, best advice that you have for growing your business?
So the number one thing that is working for me right now is I have a system, which is what I keep going back to. One of the biggest things Edward Jones is a proponent of is going out and actually door knocking and knocking on people's doors and telling them about you. But I really hate doing that. So my biggest thing is networking. And so I go out to networking events.
Which that's how we met.
That's how we met.
Because I'm just like you. It's all about getting connected face to face.
Getting connected and then getting your story out there. And then I'm really intentional with the business cards and the information that I get from those networking events. I book 15-minute calls and I get to know the business owners. Then what I do is I send referrals to those business owners first to let them know that I'm very serious about doing business with them. And then second, I'm really all about thank you cards. I send a thank you card out. I enter them into my contact management system. And then I'm all about social media. So I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, and I like to stay connected with my people.
Yeah, it's a great advice, Karen. And now, because there's so much with technology, you want to take advantage of technology when you have your touch points, but not let go of the old touch points that people used to do. And if you're doing them now, you really stand out in the crowd, and that's what it's all about. Karen, so best action step for an entrepreneur to implement right now?
So the best action step is book that free 15-minute call with me and get on my calendar so you can be clear about your financial and wealth building goals for your business. And again, I'm going to put that out there, www.womanonchop.biz, and get on my calendar.
So Karen, I always talk about the start of your day and the end of your day. Everything in between is going to make a difference what your day looks like, but how you start it and how you end it is critical. I have morning routines, I'm sure, morning rituals, I'm sure you do as well. Can you share with my listeners and the importance of that and what you do?
Yeah, so what do I do before I get up out of bed every morning? I do three things. I run through the things that I'm grateful for. I pray for families and friends that are in need or struggling, and then I kind of set my intentions for the day. So whatever action steps I'm going to take and that I need to get done for me to consider that it was a successful day.
Love it. Mine is thank you, motivation, and affirmation. So it fits right in there.
It does.
Karen, thank you so much for coming into studio, and congratulations again on your soon-to-be, or is it published?
Not yet.
Yes. Okay. Soon to be published book, and very excited to get a copy of it. So thank you.
All right. You're welcome.
And this is your host and mortgage expert, Tina Mitchell, signing off for the day. Everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I look forward to talking with you next weekend, same time, same place, right here at 1150 AM KKNW.